Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announcing airspace closures in an unprecedented move. The FAA says it will reduce flight capacity by 10% at 40 major airports across the country. The restrictions will go into effect Friday morning, and this comes after Duffy said earlier in the week that the FAA will be forced to act if the government shutdown wasn't resolved. So joining me for more on all this, transportation reporter Sam Sweeney, along with ABC News contributor and aviation analyst John Nance. And Sam, I want to start with you. Where are travelers really going to feel the biggest impacts here?
A lot of people are going to feel a huge impact, Alex. We're talking about anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 flights, possibly more, being canceled every single day, according to the FAA and the Department of Transportation, if this shutdown doesn't end. And that's going to start as early as Friday morning. We don't know the 40 airports that are going to see the impacts. They plan to announce that tomorrow. And we also don't know the distribution. You know, which airline will take more? Will it be even? Are we talking about private jets and small, single-engine planes that are going to be, put into this number? That all hasn't been, really released or even thought of yet. The Department of Transportation was asked, if this will affect international flights, and the FAA administrator and the Department of Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy seem to be caught off guard, saying they haven't really gotten to that point yet. They're going to be meeting with the airlines to discuss the distribution and how and which flights they're going to cut. But again, the airlines are finding out about this in real time, and now they are scrambling.
Well, and John, let's talk about these staffing shortages across the airline industry for just a moment. I mean, what are some of the areas that right now are under the most pressure?
Well, under the most pressure are the air route traffic control systems and the tower. Well, I guess just about everything. You could also say the TRACONs, which is approach and departure control, because all of these folks have been working under a situation of reduced staff. They haven't had a full complement of air traffic controllers, Alex, since 1982. That's how bad this is. And now, on top of it, you've got people without paychecks who are trying and struggling hard to come in and work without any prospect of getting things back in gear at home. And they're supposed to be 100% perfect 100% of the time. We are hurting the margins of safety on a daily basis, despite the absolute best efforts of our controllers.
Well, and Sam, the other thing, we are now squarely into November. A lot of people are going to be looking forward to holiday travel, booking those flights. I actually made my arrangements earlier this week. But this has the potential to really kind of snowball as this shutdown continues.
Alex, if this shutdown continues and this situation, lasts through the Thanksgiving travel period, it will be unprecedented. I really can't tell you what it's going to look like. I don't have a crystal ball, but it will be very messy because they will likely have to reduce flights by more than 10% because more air traffic controllers will call out. The numbers are small right now, and it has a big impact. It will only grow as each day passes.
Well, and also, John, the FAA Administrator Brian Bedford said that they're trying to keep the airspace as safe as possible. In your estimation, does this reduction accomplish that?
Well, let's put it this way. Safety is not a white dividing line down the middle of the road. It's an area. And when you begin to put pressure on it, you reduce the margins of safety. And that's what we don't want to do. I think they're probably trying to do their best. But until Congress gets it in gear, we're facing the potential of almost a shutdown of the national airspace. Now, I don't mean to say that we'll go from 10% to zero, but you cannot continue to operate this in a way that ignores that diminution of safety, and as I say, in compressing the safety buffer. This is an incredibly serious situation.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. Sam Sweeney, John Nance, thank you both.